There's nowhere else I'd rather be instead. In your arms, never knew I was misled. Like when you say you love me right until the end, yeah. Thinking you're with me, why am I seeing you with she? Posting on the ground like it's yours and you're her man. No, playing stupid games, got me waiting around all day. Whoa, whoa. But now the habits don't thank God. Can't believe what I saw in you. If you love me, you will promise not to hurt me and be honest. Then you call me your goddess. Just look how you've gone and you've lost me. Used to kick it back for hours, would miss me in the shower, but now that's changed. Now I've realized I was played. You thinking you could hurt me, just feel that I'm the one that ever cared about you. So you're here still feeling lonely, so you still wanna call me. Hitting on my line while I'm doing just fine. Oh, used to be my favorite drug, but now the habit's gone, thank God. Can't believe what I saw in you. It was your loving that I missed. Used to fill me up with this, even told me all the flaws you had in you. It was your loving that I missed. Used to fill me up with this, even told me all the flaws you had in you. Say you never even cheated, always loyal, no mistreated. Looking back, it's like I always knew. If you love me, you will promise not to hurt me and be honest. Then you call me your goddess. Just look how you've gone and you've lost me. You had me twisted all around, and I tried so hard to trust you. All I even wanted was for you to say I love you. I can't even recognize all the truth behind your life. That's okay, cause I won't stay on miles away from you. If you love me, you will promise not to hurt me and be honest. Then you call me your goddess. Just look how you've gone and you've lost this.
Okay, everybody, what's going on? Back at you guys again. We about to get started. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. All right, folks, we are back. We are back, man. It has been a few minutes. Give me a second, folks. Let me put my border up here, man. I gotta get my stroller up there and what else we got? What else we got? Let's see. Man, I'm out of pocket. I got to put my border stuff back. Let me take the logo off and put the border up. Okay, folks, we are back at you now. You see, we got our Monday Motivational Power Talk back up on the screen. I got several different ways I can see you guys now. So we're back in the pocket. There we go. We back. We back. Man, we got it going on, folks. I'm glad you guys came through. Thank you guys for stopping in. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. This is our Monday Motivational Power Talk. I am your host. Want to give a shout out to those who are in so far. The Queen is in. Everybody know who Tink is. What's up, Tink? She is in the building. Thank you for stopping in. Always a pleasure. I don't know who else is in here yet, unless I look on this screen. So this screen will tell me who comes in. So Dana Isley is in. Thank you, Dana Isley, for stopping in. That is my old neighbor from DC, folks. We've been neighbors in DC for many years before I moved down here to Florida. So shout out to her. Shout out to Dana. Always a pleasure for her to come through here. And good to see Marcia Cotton. She said, "What is that?" I don't know what is that is. I don't know what she's referring to, but thank you for coming in here anyway. Thank you for watching. She said, "What is that?" I don't know what she's referring to. But we're going to get on into the topic this evening, folks. Listen, folks, my two projects is still moving, not as fast as I wanted to, but they are moving in a great direction. A great direction. She said the title. Well, but that's what this podcast is going to be about. The title that you see here. So just hold tight because it's coming. It's coming. The conversation is coming. Let me adjust the screen here. Let's see. Just the screen here. All right. All right. All right. Always good to see you too, Dana. Always a pleasure. All right, folks. Listen, we want to my two projects is still going. One of them, which is the big project, I got a big project and I got a gigantic project. The gigantic project is still taking some time. We had some movement on it at the end of April, okay, going into May. And this is an international project. I can't tell you guys about it right now, but when you will know about it, trust me, you will know about it. So it's coming. But the big project is local, and it's gonna be something that's gonna help a lot of people locally here in Florida, in the St. Pete, Tampa Bay area. Okay, so hold on to that. Now the big project, I've kind of scaled back on it a little bit because of some scheduling issues, right? Not issues, but some scheduling. All right, so I had to scale back on that a little bit before pushing it forward. But we are going to have both of these projects launched very, very, very fairly soon. So I'm excited about it. You guys be ready for it as well. All right. Let's talk a little bit. Now, this is a topic that's talking about son husband. Now, before I get into that, I do want to make another case for the guys. I do always have something to share with the guys in terms of our swag. Fellas, what I have on today is a necktie that is tied. The knot of this necktie is called full Windsor. My pocket square here is a full. I'm sorry, it's just a puff pocket square. Now, I share this information with my guys every podcast. Okay, guys, we have to take back our manhood. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. We got to put the suits back on. We got to learn how to do business again. Okay, we need to uphold our masculinity because they're trying to take it from us. I ain't gonna go into the details of that. That's another conversation for another Sunday. That's another sermon for another Sunday. Go into that another time. All right, but we have to uphold our masculinity. Seriously, we got to bring back our swag. Stop posting clown shit all the time. This shit ain't doing nothing to us, for us. It ain't helping our community. It's not helping us, period. Start getting serious about what we want to do in our lives, because this is heading into the conversation that we're going to have in terms of the topic that I put out there. Okay. Now, This is now, why am I sharing you this information about the necktie and everything like that? Listen, you should at least know 3 different knots for your necktie, at least 3. Okay, learn the 3 basic ones. You got your Windsor, you got your full Windsor, half Windsor, and then you got you can do a 4-hand knot. Those are very simple, easy knots to tie. Okay, don't try to get into the Trinity knot or any of that. Don't try to get into that stuff. Get your basic knots down first, and then you can go a little bit more fancier. Okay, now you should know at least 5 different folds for your pocket square. At least 5 different folds for your pocket square. 5. Okay, I can put about 15 different folds here. There are some folds that requires you to have 2 pocket squares in one. You got your double staircase. That's one I had a few months ago at an event, on a Harlem Nights event. We dress up like gangsters. Okay, I had a double staircase pocket square in here. You can find that photo on my page. Go look it up on my Facebook page. Go look it up. It's out there. All right. This is just a puff. Just simple. Take it, puff it in your palm, and just slide it down in your pocket. Okay. 5 of those, and at least 1 tie knot for your ascot. What is an ascot? Now, this is where people get caught. What's that? Okay, have you seen the guys with suits or sweaters or open shirt, and it look like they got a scarf inside the shirt? That's not a scarf. It's an ascot. In France, they call it cravat. Okay, learn how to tie it, because guess what? You might not want to wear a necktie after you do business. And you see a lot of people after they do business or whatever, and they go business casual. This is business, but when they go business casual, they take the necktie off. Okay, if you're going to take the necktie off, why don't you keep it dressy? Not dressy in terms of formal or business, but keep it a little stylish, right? Put an ascot in there. Okay, like, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what an ascot look like. I'm not going to tie it and put it on. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Give me 1 second. Okay, folks, here is an ascot. This is what an ascot look like. Okay, now when you look at them, most of the time when you see it, this is how they should end up. They should end up like this inside your shirt. Your shirt, top 2 buttons should be open. Your first button or your top 2. Generally, I do just my first button, because when I open both of them, the ascot tends to move around a little bit, and it kind of like started to poke out this way. So I just use 1 button open. So if you look at my photos on Facebook, you see me and Tink out and stuff like that, you will see a lot of times I got an ascot on. They're different color. I have so many different colors of these, and I got like pocket squares that matches the ascot. Okay, so this is what an ascot looks like. Okay, you don't want to buy the ascot that just have this on the end. It's like an ascot with this on the end. That's not a thorough ascot. You want the full ascot. Okay, you want the full ascot. Goes around your neck. Okay, goes around your neck. Then you got to do some tying. It's almost like a necktie, but you have to fold it almost backwards. So one day I might have a time to show you guys how to fold these, or you can just get on YouTube and look up folding ascots, or just put in ascot. Okay, and they have a lot of video. There are different ways to fold them, but I recommend just learn one way, just one different fold or knot. Learn one knot to tie your ascot. Okay, so you just something that you can wear when you take your necktie off. Throw an ascot in there. Okay, so don't know who else is in here yet, but thank you guys. I got a message, but I don't have a way of getting to that message right now, so they're gonna have to wait. Okay, so folks, I want to get into this topic. I know you guys coming in here and say, okay, son husband, what is a son husband? So listen, folks, I've listened to a lot of people use this term, son husband, and the Black community, folks, and some of you gonna get upset with me saying this, and you guys know I'm gonna bring it from the hip. I'm not gonna sit here. What was that? A moth? Got a moth flying around, so bear with me. So you have and I opened my door. That's what happened. I went outside for a second, and I guess he got in here, but he's gonna be gone in a minute. So, folks, listen. You have our Black community, folks, and I'm gonna say it. It might sound harsh. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The Black community is trash. It's garbage. Take a look at our community and look at how we live, looking at the cities we live in, look at the community, look at how we keep up our communities. Okay, look at how anything that we make money on, it always got to be with a microphone in our hand or some sort of ball in our hand. Okay, we don't show a lot of our wealth that's been generated from our thinking, our marvelous mind. Okay, so when I say it, and I think I have a right to say it because I'm Black myself, the Black culture is trash. Not the community. The Black culture is trash. We become a prostitute culture. Yeah, I said it. We've become a prostitute culture. People have a problem when they ask, what would you bring to the table? Women, you really have a problem with that question because a lot of women think just by being a female with a vagina, everything just supposed to fall in your lap and you're supposed to be on this high ass pedestal, like as high as Jesus. It is what it is. So get into this topic of son husband, of what is a son husband. Women are being blamed for a lot of stuff. Okay. Let me say this real quick. And ladies, bear with me because it's not on you. Women are being blamed, especially Black women are being blamed for a lot of stuff. You have women who don't have a man. She have a problem getting one. She has a son, and people try to say that she's getting on her son's nerve, trying to make him become the man that she's looking for, right? That might be true in many cases, but that's not what a son husband is. So, folks, ladies, we can't put this one on the ladies. We cannot put this one on the ladies. And mind you, I forgot to mention this to you guys. What I'm going to be sharing with you guys, what I'm going to be speaking to you guys about this topic, the things I'm going to say is going to be controversial. People are not going to like it. They're not going to like it. But I tell you one thing, I guarantee you that they see it. They see it out here every day. And before you get upset with what I'm going to say, think real hard and think, damn, I've seen this situation. God damn, I'm in this situation, whether you're male or female. So I want you guys to really listen to this. What is a son husband? A son husband is not a woman's son that she's trying to groom into being the type of man she wants so that he can help her around the house as the man. It's not a son husband. It's not a son husband, folks. See, as many people want to blame the woman in this situation and say that, oh, you turning him into a son husband. That is not a son husband. A son husband is a mentality of the man, of the husband, the boyfriend. What do I mean by that? Give you an example. Every time you turn around, this mofo is riding in the passenger seat of his woman's car. She worked hard for it. She grind for it. She earned it. But he's always in the passenger seat of her car. Motherfucker, where's your car? Where's your transportation? How are you going to get to work? Because she got to use her car to get to work. How are you getting to work? Or are you sitting at home playing on the goddamn PlayStation? Hello? Are you spending more time on the PlayStation than y'all here trying to get on the grind, get your own vehicle so you can go to work? Why are you always in the passenger seat of her car? You know what I say to guys like that? Son, husbands, you might as well go get your book bag. If all you're doing is riding in the passenger seat of your woman's car, you need to go get you a damn book bag and put on your back because you look just like her damn son. Now, mind you, folks, I'm not speaking in terms of circumstance. Your circumstance does not determine you to be a son husband. I'm not talking about circumstance. Everybody falls on hard times. Nobody is going to go through life. I don't care how successful you are. Nobody's going to go through life no matter how much success you have and not fall on some sort of hard time or fall short of your comings, of your upcomings. I get it. That happens. Your lady say, hey, I don't want you on the street. I don't want you in no shelter. Come on and stay here for a minute. I'm not talking about that situation, folks. So I don't want nobody to get upset with me and say, damn, this motherfucker is hard, but motherfucker, it's hard out here. I get it. It's hard on me too. Okay? But listen to what I'm saying, family. I'm not saying to you that somebody pulled a rug from up underneath you and you need a place to stay. Not saying it. If that's what you need to do, if it's an emergency situation, you got to move in with your lady, fine, move in with your lady, but you don't stay there. It's the mentality that makes you a son husband, not the circumstance. The circumstance do not make you a son husband. It's the mentality that does. Okay? Everybody falls short. Pick yourself up, dust your knees off, and get back on that goddamn grind. Okay? Another thing about a son husband. And this is something my father has always told me this. Don't ever move in a woman's house. The minute you move into her house, you have no authority. You have no leadership, no authority. You are her son husband. Now listen to this, folks. Listen to this. Listen to me quiet. Very, 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 very carefully. I don't care if you go into her house and help her pay the bills or the mortgage. I don't care if you move in her house and you paying everything because you're there. I don't care. It's still not yours. It's still not yours. I don't care if you're a multi-millionaire. And if your mindset is of a man moving in a woman's house, I know men, folks, let me tell you something. My father was in a van club when I was a child. Okay? They had plenty of members in this van club. A lot of members in this van club. And, you know, kids catch things. I caught things about a lot of the men that was in the van club with my dad, right? And let me tell you something. A lot of those guys were betas. They were son husbands. A lot of them men in my father's van club was son. As I grow into a man and I look back on that, I'm like, this motherfucker was a clown when I was coming up. I didn't know it, but this motherfucker was a clown. Okay? Live with one woman. She get mad. She put him out. He go move with another woman. Then move with another woman. But try to wear pants as if you were the man. You ain't the man. You were the son. Folks, let me explain something to you. If you look at a lion's pride, okay, the only way a stray male lion can take over that lion's pride is he have to kill or beat that lion who controls that pride. Okay? If he beats that lion or that lion happens to die and that new lion, that stray lion comes to take over that pride, that lion is not going to get along with the sons that other lion left behind. This is why the new lion kills the cubs, because when those cubs get older, they're going to recognize him from scent. They recognize that that is not their dad. They're going to kill him. They're going to jump all over him. Okay? That's nature. And guess what happens? When you got a man living in your house, I don't care how fine or how perfect things might be going now, and you have a son living in your house, ladies, do not chastise your son for being a natural man. He is not going to respect that man that moved in your house. He's not supposed to. He's not going to. Because you have a son and you done moved the son husband in your house. And your son husband, especially if your son husband trying to throw authority over your son is going to buck against it almost 100% of the time, especially as he gets older. See, this is why a lot of women like to put the son out. You remember the movie Baby Boy? The mother put the son out because he told his mother, this man, he ain't no good. I don't care how perfect he might be to her at that moment. But guess what, folks? If you want to take on somebody else's family, you want to move in with a female, you better have your own shit. You move her into your place. And another thing, fellas, don't be going over your women's house parlaying and laying all up on her shit. Foot all up on her sofa, laying all in her bed and shit, sleeping, spending like, man, that goes the same way. You don't do that in a woman's house. She worked for that. Especially when she have kids, or especially if she got all daughters living with her. You don't go lay up and that's their domain. You have to provide a domain to bring her to. If you want to smash, you want to have sex, or whatever you always want to do, you don't do that at her house. You do that at your house. You need to provide a place to do that. See, people be walking around talking about king this, king that. Folks, listen to me, folks. Kings have their own castle. Show me anywhere where a king was living in where the queen was living. I'll wait. Take as much time as you need. Kings have their own castle. Kings don't go parlaying, laying up in his woman's house. A man that does that is a son husband. Go get your backpack. Put you some crayons and notebook paper and pens and pencil in there so you can find a school to go to, because that's exactly what you look like. That's exactly what you look like. My father had groomed me. He told me this almost all my life. I didn't pay attention to it until I got older. I got older and got into a big confrontation with somebody. My ex-girlfriend went back in I'm talking about the 90s, with somebody that she was dating that I didn't know about. But I'm up in her crib. You guys understand what I'm saying? He didn't tell me not to do these things because of situations like that. It was situations that happened like that happened as a rule of punishment for not doing what my father told me to do in the first place. Don't go spending the night in her house. Don't go having sex in a woman's house. You want to do these things? You get your own shit and you bring her to your shit to do that. You are the man. You have to be the man at all cost. Leaders, folks, that's leadership. What is a leader? A leader is a person that people follow because they want to, not because they have to. Now, why would a female get upset with what I'm saying? Because she done moved the son husband in with her. That's why she would get upset. And a man will probably get upset with what I'm saying right now because he's the one that moved in her shit, riding in her passengers, in the passenger seat of her car. But calls himself a real nigga. It ain't nothing real about that shit, man. Ain't nothing real about that. I don't care if you can fight good in the streets. I don't care if you got a lot of weapons or guns or whatever. But if your mentality of that, of living off a female, riding in her car in the passenger seat and driving her shit around, look, taking her to work in her car. How the fuck you gonna take her to work in her car? Then you got to bring the car back. And half you don't even put gas back in the goddamn car. You just joyriding all around and say, that is a son husband. That is a son husband. Y'all mad with me yet? Y'all angry with me yet? Who's mad? You mad? You offended? Be offended. Do something about it. Change your thinking. Change your income. Change your zip code. In that order. Change your thinking, change your income, change your zip code. Because guess what? You might live in a community that has nothing but son husbands. You might live in a community that have nothing but son husbands living up in it. You go and get your little senior, not little, but you go and get your CNA, get your nursing certifications and all this type of stuff. You grinding, you getting everything that you want just to move a man in your house so that you can have company. A son husband. That, my friend, is an emasculated man. And let me tell you guys something, ladies. I'm Generation X. My generation is Generation X. After me, there is no more. No more. The shortage of men will go from here to there. Because we are the last of the generation that believes in masculinity and proper manhood. We the last of that. After us, it is no more. You could be raising all of your husbands. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. You're going to be raising all of your husbands. You got a man like that living with you, he need to be eating hot dogs and beans. You do not need to be cooking his ass breakfast. He need to get his own breakfast. He need to be cooking you breakfast. The roles ought to be reversed. He need to be cooking you breakfast. He need to be laying your clothes out in the morning so you can go to work. Because you have an emasculated man living with you. All because you just want to have company. You don't want to be alone. You're attracting son husbands. Riding in your car, always in the passenger seat. You put your own gas in. Sometimes he might get in and pump the gas, but you had to pay for it. I don't make this shit up. I see it all the time. All the time, folks. And I've seen it more since I moved here in Florida. I've seen it more here. And I understand from the north, being from DC, we are 30 years ahead. I get it. And I do really mean 30 years ahead. Because for one, we stopped wearing gold teeth in the 80s. We've been stopped wearing it. So I'm not roasting or anything like that. I'm just speaking what is. Okay. What's up, Evan Miller? What's my man Gatorade, man? Always a pleasure to see you as well, man. I really appreciate you coming in. Thanks for rocking with me, brother. I really appreciate that. So, folks, I hope you guys are not upset. I hope you're not upset. Ladies, if this conversation is making you really think twice about who you let move in your house, then let it. Let it. Because only a man can teach a man how to be a man. But a woman, she can only challenge him to become one. Tink just said it. Difference in region doesn't matter. Like you said, it's the mindset. It's a mindset, folks. It's a mindset. And you know what I hear a lot of nowadays with these guys? But a lot of men today is playing victim more than the females are. They play victim nowadays more than the damn women. The reason why women are playing victim is because, one, they're emotional like that, and two, they don't have a man that stand behind them and say, you ain't got to play victim. I'm running this. I got this. Man, my folks. You know what I'm saying, Gatorade? I don't make this up. I'm telling you, after Generation X, men, y'all will be in trouble, ladies. I'm telling you. And yeah, women got shit going on too with this masculine energy, following this feminist movement and shit like that. That's another conversation for another time. Not gonna get into that because today we talking about the guys. Talking about the guys. And we can't blame this one on the women. Can't blame this one on the women. I ain't gonna do that. Can't blame this on the women. Man, we gotta uphold who we are. We gotta uphold who we are. We are allowing, collectively allowing the feminism emasculate us. We've allowed them to emasculate us so much, they're making men's clothes that fit women nowadays. And I'm not speaking against any particular community with the rainbow. I ain't doing none of that. This is not about them. This is about you as a man. Unless you claim to be with that community. If you claim to be with that community, this conversation ain't for you. Go on over there and enjoy yourself with them. Tink just put it out there. She said, us as women can't continue to accept this, so we have to take some of the responsibility as well. Yeah, it's a choice. And women, you got to take responsibility. I get it. I get it. And let me tell you something about Tink right there. Tink is a perfect example. She have taken this responsibility. I've spoke to all of her children, and all of her children's stories matches up to the first day we met. She said nobody took care of her and her kids but her. Regardless of who she was married to, who she'd been in a relationship with, she took care of her kids. It was her responsibility. Her kids are her why. Her kids confirmed the story on separate occasions when they've talked to me. But at the end of the day, even though she had to take those responsibilities, it did not take her away from being a feminine, submissive woman. It had never did. See, that's when you know that you got a real feminine woman. Regardless of what she have to do in life, her feminism stayed intact. The fact, see, there's a difference between a woman who can be submissive and a submissive woman. She have never stopped being a submissive woman. Never stopped being a submissive woman, regardless of what she had to go through. She never stopped being a submissive woman. She's had men, relationship did not work out, or the man or whatever did not do his part, or whatever the case may be. She never stopped being a submissive woman. And you will never hear a man say he can be masculine for the right woman. A man's going to be masculine regardless of what he have to face in life, regardless of his responsibilities, he will be masculine. You will never hear him say he's only masculine for the right woman. People need to cut that shit out. Women, stop that. But this is not about y'all. But that mindset is attracting you all son husbands. Now, if you guys understand what I'm saying to you, then put in the comments, hell no to son husbands. Put that in the comments. Hell no to son husbands. And shout out to those who's watching on Twitch. I forgot to give y'all a shout out. Let me go through that real quick. Twitch people, thank you guys for stopping in. Folks who's watching on YouTube, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Those who are watching on LinkedIn, we got LinkedIn in the house, folks. Thank you, LinkedIn. Those who are watching from my poly group, man, I got a poly group called Tampa Bay Poly Nation. Actually, we changing it on the 19th. It's going to be some changes to that group because there's some weird fuckers coming in here with some bullshit. And I got to eliminate it, okay? I try to make it for a variety of different people with different life dynamics. That shit ain't gonna work, okay? You got a lot of motherfuckers out here just putting their pussy on the market. We ain't rolling like that in that group. So I'm changing it, okay? Those who are watching on Tampa Bay Friends and Events group, Thank you guys for rocking with us as well. And my personal page, which most of you are watching, and also my business page, my Jay Hunter Lee business page is also rocking. Those of you who are watching on my business page, the Jay Hunter Lee business page, are from all around the world. I got over 13,000 followers around the world. I'm talking about Fiji, Belize, the UK, Russia too. I got people in Russia. I got Amsterdam. I got people in Delhi. Delhi is New Delhi in India, in Bangalore, India. We got Guinea, people in Guinea as well, Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Egypt, Morocco, Sudan, Tanzania. Thank you guys. I got all them people watching. I really appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight. So listen, folks, I'm getting ready to chime out of here. This is my time. I hope this was helpful to you. If you guys want to keep rocking with Son Husbands, be my guest. That is up to you. That is your. And listen, folks, I'm not here to judge. This is what I do. I'm a speaker. My thing is to help inspire people, show people where they can go get better. I'm only interested in you making a better version of yourself. That's all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in your failures. As long as I don't mind you failing. As long as you get back up and try it again. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want for everybody. Okay? This is nothing more, nothing less. So I'm not speaking down on you. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not roasting you. I'm joning on you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just telling you what's out here. And you can make the choice if that's how you want to rock or not. If you want to move this way, fine, move that way. But don't complain about it, though. Don't go sending subliminal messages on the type of men you've been attracting. See, that's the problem. People put these subliminal messages out there or male bashing, but you're attracting them. And this is why you're attracting them. Because you never have anything good to say about a man. So if you don't have anything good to say about a man, why the hell you think a good man is going to come look for you? See, what we seek in life is also seeking us, people. Guys, if you could just going to keep calling her 304, whatever the number is, calling her these names and shit like that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to always get those type of women who are looking for a handout. Looking for a come up. That's all the women you're going to ever find. Start complimenting one another. Try to come together, not push yourselves apart, because we are apart at this point. The black culture is garbage. It's garbage. Look at black YouTube. Look at black posts on Facebook. Look at the shit we post on Facebook every day. It's not a day go by that I see something bashing black men or black and men and women bashing each other, putting out dumbass questions. If you see your man's husband, if you see your girlfriend's husband out cheating with, how you know they cheating? You don't know what they out with somebody with. You don't know what's the fuck's going on. And what would you do? Would you tell her? See, folks, we post clown shit like that all the time, and we wonder why every other race or ethnic group is succeeding but us. Look at the shit that other races are posting. Look at what they post. They post the shit about technology. They post the shit about stocks, grinding, trying to invent something. And all we post is clown shit. I'm gonna say it again, the black culture is garbage. Garbage. Not the black community, but the black culture is garbage. We got nothing to talk about. We have nothing to post or to try to uplift one another. We've been talking about redoing Black Wall Street for decades. We ain't did jack shit. We ain't did nothing. The Hispanics have surpassed us now. Brother Evan, don't worry about it, brother. I really appreciate you rocking with me, man. But you can always watch this video again, so it's all good. It's not going anywhere. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on for at least 30 days, and then Facebook takes it down after that, unless I decide to keep it. So, and it's also on YouTube, so it stays on YouTube. Follow my YouTube page, folks. My YouTube channel is Jay Hunter Lee on YouTube, and also on Twitch as well. If you're on Twitch, download the app or go to the website and just follow Jay Hunter Lee on those. But you can subscribe. You always have access to all my videos. Yep, you have access to all of them. So if Facebook takes them down, or if LinkedIn takes it down after a certain amount of days, those videos are staying up on YouTube. Okay, I don't consider myself a YouTuber. I just want to just come and rap for y'all, man. You got people who trying to get all these different YouTube followers. I mean, I like for you to follow and subscribe. I like that stuff too. But man, look, I don't care how many people I get. All I want to do is just inspire people. You know what I'm saying? I just want to inspire people. If a lot of people channel in and subscribe, good. If you don't, that's good too, because one person is enough for me to inspire. That's all. So I really appreciate you guys rocking all the time. Yes, sir. And I'm going to put that up in a few minutes, brother. I really appreciate you, man. So, folks, listen, I'm about to chime up out of here. But before I go, I have 4 favors to ask you guys. Just 4. We're going to go through them real quick. Favor number 1. Are y'all ready for favor number 1? Favor number 1 is turn the damn TVs off. Turn them off. They're killing your inspiration. Look at the shit we watch on TV all the time. It's not doing nothing for us. You ain't learning nothing. You ain't watching nothing that's going to teach you how to get the bag, how to change your mindset, how to develop yourself, how to create a better version of yourself. It ain't doing nothing for you. Watching reality TV shows, the fake ass Grammys and the EBT awards, all that. But come on, man, get rid of that shit, man. Read. Get a book, read something. Read something. NBA is fine. That ain't something that comes on every night, that we watch, spend so much time on. So, folks, you can watch TV, but don't put too much hours in your TV than you do in your development. You guys understand what I'm saying? Find ways to develop. Read something. Look up. Ask me if some good books to read. I can name you books for days. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbro. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Also, Conspiracy of the Rich by Robert Kiyosaki. 177 Secrets of the World Class by Steve Siebold. Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by me. Okay? Whole lot of books. I got books. Turn Setbacks into Greenback by Dr. Dennis Kimbro. Harmonic Wealth by James Arthur Ray. It Ain't Over Until You Win by Les Brown. Man, I got so many books I can throw out there. The Richest Man in Babylon. That's a good book to read. The Richest Man in Babylon. Also, there's Who Moved My Cheese. See, don't forget about these old books. These old books is still important. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Get those books, man. 5 Levels of Leadership, John C. Maxwell. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Get these books, man. Get these books. Opportunity Knocks is another one. Opportunity Knocks by Pat Mesiti. Get these books. Get these books, man. I'm trying to tell you. There's one called How Do You Kill 11 Million People by Andy Andrews. Get that book. Get it. I got The Millionaire Next Door. I got that book over there. That's some of the books I already have in my possession. Get that book. Get that book. I can just name books for days, man. So read something. Listen, if your vision is killing you and the words is kind of blurry, or get glasses. If you need glasses and you can't get them right now, get the audio book and play it in your car when you're driving to work. Be productive. Do something. Okay. So that's the favor number 1. Turn the TVs off and read something. Okay. Favor number 2 is to like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna put that up on the screen. Like, share, and subscribe. Would y'all do that for me? Don't y'all forget me. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Here we go. Bam, right there. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, man. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Listen. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Everybody's not going to agree to what I say. I'm not looking for everybody to agree. Okay? This is not when my content is not for everybody. I ain't looking for everybody. I'm only looking for those who get it. Okay, who wants to make a difference. I don't care about anything else but how you want to move in your life. If it's going to be productive, or you're going to try to do something. Listen, folks, we are needed in this world. So produce, like, share, and subscribe. If it's not for you, share it anyway, because somebody you know will take this content and do something with it. And you know what? This man is fire. This content is fire. He's right. I need to get on my job. Or the women might say, you know what? I need to tell my man to get on his job, and he need to go get a place and let me move in with him or something. Stop fucking with his son husbands, man. Okay. The third favor, because we almost done. Third favor is, you see my Cash App down here, $J Hunter Lee. Okay. $J Hunter Lee. All I ask is for a small donation. You don't have to. You don't want to. It's fine. Don't pressure yourself. Just ask for a small donation towards the podcast. Not me, the podcast. I don't want your money. I'm okay with money. Okay. Why am I asking you to donate to the podcast? You see, I got light. I might need a new light one day. See, this is my light. See, it goes off, come back on. Okay. I might need a light one day. Okay. I might need a camera one day. Might need a laptop one day. And I might need a tablet one day. Tablet over here. Okay. So, so what you got to do is $J Hunter Lee, $20 or less, not a lot. I ain't asking for a lot of money. $20 or less. If you send me a lot of money, I will reject it. Why? Because I ain't asked for that much money. Is that fair? Okay. So just a small amount, $20 or less. Okay. Evan, real quick, brother Evan asked me, what do I recommend to build up my self-esteem? Because it seems on my ex got me on a hook. That my brother, is going to be a one-on-one conversation. So hit me up on my inbox, man. I'm gonna give you my number. I'm glad you asked me that. That's a good question. It's a good question. Get me some. Let's get some one-on-one time, brother Evan. Let's get some one-on-one time. Okay, because what I want to share with you is not for the woman's ear. And women, ladies, it's not nothing to knock you off. It's just conversation that we need to have as brothers, as men. I don't want the females to be involved in that conversation, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the third favor, $20 or less. It could be $5, it could be $2, $1. I don't care. Just a donation to the podcast. You see this backdrop? This backdrop cost me $300. That's the backdrop, including the rails that come with it to hold it up. $300. 80 of that came from y'all donations. You guys see what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm soon going to have to do another backdrop, because I got another company that I told you, the big project is going to launch. It's going to do some helping with people in the community. That's going to have to be added to this backdrop. So it's going to be done again soon. But it won't cost as much because I already have the stands. So, but thank you guys. $80 of that help pay for that, right? So appreciate it. So that's all I got for you guys. And my fourth favor, you guys want to know the fourth favor? Y'all ain't ready for the fourth favor. The fourth favor is the biggest of all of them. Let me tell you what that is. The fourth favor, folks, is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm J Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. I'll see you guys soon.